I want to start by saying, Call Halayim, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the brothers that are pushing the truth. You know, Lord put it on my spirit to do a video about what's coming to America, man. You know, shit, I might name it Coming to America. You know, a lot of people don't know what's going on, man. I did a fast for maybe about 5 days, man, and it was a humbling experience. I was able to, see them demons in the raw, to see them demons, the demon spirit that's on these people, man. Everybody, is in the spirit of greed. Nobody's in the scriptures but the man of the Lord. Everybody just, living their best life. Don't nobody see what's coming, man. The scripture clearly tell you that, hey, the Most High Wrath, he gonna bring, thick clouds, smoke, that's gonna accompany them ICBM missiles, man. I'm gonna start with Zechariah 1:15. Zephaniah 1:15. That day is a day of wrath, man. So when the Lord, push his wrath, man. Hey, you say that's a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of trouble, man. Let alone, before the missiles drop, man, it's gonna be a time of Jacob's trouble, a time of Jacob's trouble, man, and distress, man. Men are gonna run to and fro looking for the truth, man, but it won't be available to them, man. Because the Lord is also gonna send a famine of the word, man. That's why the men are pushing on the streets. They pushing on the streets heavy right now, man. They on the block. They, brothers waking up around the four corners of the earth. So it's not going to be an excuse when the day releases wrath. It's not going to be an excuse when the Lord, releases wrath, man. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. So that's, hey, man, that's going to come from them ICBM missiles, man. Because when the missiles hit this place, it's going to be smoke everywhere, man. You're not even going to be able to see in the sky, man. It's going to be a thick, dark cloud, smoke everywhere. That's how hey, that's the day that's the day of wrath, man. That's a day of wrath. When the Lord, hey, man, if you ain't in this truth, you ain't got this spirit, if you're not chosen, you're not going to make it out of that, man. You're not going to make it out of it, Let me let's get that real quick. Let me go to, I'm going to prove that was Zechariah, man. It's Zechariah 13:8, And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein, right? And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my God, the power. Amen. So that's it. 2/3 of our people is going to go up in that fire that was talking about in Zephaniah 1:15. You know what I'm saying? And two-thirds of the people are going to get put to death in America. So, all that proud spirit, that proud spirit that you have on you, man, people think they're getting away with murder, man. You're not getting away with murder. Everybody in this spirit of greed, trying to take from one another, I got to get, I'm going to get mine, you got to get yours spirit, man. People just, I don't know, they all over the place, man. This is Proverbs 11. Let me see. 11 and 4, man, because, especially the black Latinos and Native Indians, man, they think that life is really about your riches and how much you have. People respect you based on, what you have. And a lot of these Christians think, man, because, I got a good job, I got to drive a nice car, you know, I do this and that's going to get me in the kingdom. Because people get respect based on their income, based on their tax bracket. But Proverbs 11 and 4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. Righteousness delivered from death, man. The righteousness is going to get saved out of here. The elect men that are righteous, that are trusting in the Most High, that has their 100% faith in the truth. The Lord already got that number, man. Who He gonna save? They are the righteous. You know what I'm saying? You say riches profit not in the day of wrath, man. So their riches not gonna be able to save you what's coming to America. Your riches not gonna save you. It's not gonna save you, man. There is nothing. You got a lot of Edomites that's trying to store up their goods. Save their money. A lot of people are not. A lot of Edomites are not really spending their money like that. They saving for that day. It's some Edomites that understand that America is gonna get destroyed, man. So what they trying to do? They trying to store. They trying to, whatever riches they have, they trying to store it up. They trying to save their money. They trying to escape this great day that's coming, but they not gonna escape it. What you have, you saving all that stuff up, man. Hey, you can't escape this. You know what I'm saying? You can't escape this. Shoot, man. Let me, Rick, let me get this scripture. Second Ezra is 9 and 7. I'll read it out the Apocrypha. It's Second Ezra 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. You know what I'm saying? Ye shall preserve from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So that's the people that's going to make it out of here, who the Lord sanctified from the beginning. And that leads into Jeremiah. That's the only people that's going to make it out of here, man. It's the people that the Lord sanctified from the beginning, man. That's who's going to escape this destruction, them IBM missiles, man. You got a lot of people think that they're going to get saved, man. That's not true. It's going to be men who understand. It's going to be some prophets that's not even going to make it out of here, man. Let me get Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 1:5. Before I knew thee in the belly, before I formed thee in the belly, Shalaki, I knew thee. And before you come forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee to be a prophet unto the nation, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's who the Lord gonna save, man. The people he ordained and sanctified, that 144,000. In addition to the 130, man, they gonna make it up out of here, man. A lot of people not gonna make it out of here, man. This day is gonna be a terrible day, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got a precept, man. Psalms 58 and 8, man. It's Psalms 58 and 8. As a snail which melteth, let every one of them pass away, like a untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. Hey man, that's plain and simple. As a snail melteth away, you know what I'm saying? As a snail which melteth away, let every one of them passes, like an untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. So that Psalm 58 and 3 was referring to the Edomites, man, when it was talking about break the teeth of the young lion. But, you know, 2/3 of our people are going to get destroyed in that fire also, man. They our enemies too, man. They going to get destroyed too, you know. They going to get destroyed too. A lot of people not going to make it out of this, man. America's going up in the smoke, man. It's got to happen, man. You know, Revelations. Revelations 8 and 10. And, I think 18, I'm sorry. It's a lot. Revelations 18 and 10. All right, Revelations 18 and 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, that's talking about America, saying, alas, alas, the great city Babylon, you know, which that Babylon is America, talking about the spiritual Babylon. The great city Babylon that cry mighty, for in 1 hour that judgment come, man. So, yeah, so in 1 hour that judgment shall come, man. And, you know, that's how you know a lot of people ain't paying attention to the scriptures. In 1 hour, that's not long. Which I was looking up the missiles that Russia have. They have those supersonic IBM missiles that can get over here in maybe about 30 minutes, man. 20 or 30 minutes. You know, Russia surpassed, you know, everybody in those IBM missiles, man. So they said in 1 hour, hey, it's not gonna take long, man. You know, the Lord gonna judge this place in 1 hour, man. You know. So you ain't got time to go nowhere. You ain't got time to get right. You ain't got time to do nothing. We'll sit there and just, you know, receive your judgment, man. You know, Second Ezra. Let me get Second Ezra 16 and 16, man. Second Ezra 16 and 16. Like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, you know, returneth not backwards. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again, man. So that plague, you know, when Russia shoot out them IBM missiles, man, it's gonna clean the whole earth, man. It's gonna wipe, you know, fire is a cleanser, man. You know, so this place needs to be clean. But he said as a mighty archer, that's talking about, that's describing how the missiles are going to be shot off, man. He said like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer. A mighty archer is a man that, you know, that's well experienced with the bow, man. You know what I'm saying? Those a mighty archer return of not backwards, meaning that it's going to hit that target, man. You know, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again, man. So that's one of the IBM missiles is one of the plagues, man. You know, famine, you know, disease and pestilence, man. That's gonna happen, man. A lot of people not paying attention. And Matthew told us that, You know, this is how you know we end up. You know, we're gonna end up with that. This is how you know that the prophecy that we're in now. You know, let me bring this up. Matthew, I think Matthew 24. All right, this is Matthew 24:7. For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms. Well, that's happening right now, man. You got nations rising up against nations, and almost every country is about to go into war, going to battle, and there shall be famine. You know, when you look at the stores, there really is no food. They got genetically modified food to make stuff, man. They got to make stuff to eat. And pestilence, diseases are at an all-time high right now. Diseases are at an all-time high. When you look at China, when you go in China right now, when you're paying attention to what's going on in China, you got that virus. It's a virus going on right now. You know, coronavirus, man. You know, and earthquakes. You know what I'm saying? They've been having earthquakes over across in the Middle East, in diverse places all around the world. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So, hey, these people going to realize that, dang, you know, this the Lord doing this, man. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, man. You know what I'm saying? And shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of the nations for my name's sake. So, hey, right now the men of the Lord are being hated, man. But all them plagues gonna hit the earth, man. All them plagues are gonna hit the earth. You know what I'm saying? This is instructed by the Lord, man. All them missiles, all them, you know, all the nations that building the IBM missiles and all that's the Lord infrastructure, man. It's the Lord infrastructure, man. Let me get Isaiah real quick. This is the Lord's design, man. This is Isaiah 54:16. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smiths that blow the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. So that's the Lord's work, man. I have created the wastes to destroy. So hey, all them you know, scientists that creating all these chemicals to destroy all these missiles and all that, that's the Lord putting it together, man. And with that, I want to say, Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Kakadash, man. Again, double honors to the elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the brothers that are pushing the truth, man. And with that, I want to say shalom.